Hey everybody, welcome back. How are you? So it's been a very busy day in Chantal verse. She's been very busy today. She posted a food video. She did a couple of other things, and I was just barely able to keep up with all of her shenanigans when she did a live. And she was raging during the live. Now, I had to go get some lunch. I wanted to stop and get something to eat because I haven't eaten all day, and she went live, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to eat because I know I'm going to strap in and cover this. And Chantal was right on point with being rude, with being disgusting, with raging. She said so many inappropriate, offensive things, of course, because that's what Chantal does best. So you know what, guys, I've done 2 videos today, and considering the amount of profanity coming out of this woman's mouth, I'm just going to say screw it, and I'm not going to monetize this. Why bother? I could sit here and play by the rules, and it wouldn't work because even though I wouldn't curse because of her cursing, YouTube is going to smack at me. So I'm just going to do this for the heck of it. You know that? I am. I'm going to do this for the heck of it. I'm going to go off on her. I'm not going to watch my language because she's not watching her language. I'm just going to react to her. So, one thing I would like to show you guys before we get started with her very offensive live, just something that I noticed. So let me just show you guys something real quick before we get into what's going on with her. So I noticed that her sub count has gone up to 94.8. Now, anybody who follows Chantal, you know that she likes to buy subs. I was curious to see how many more she had bought and how recently she bought them. So there's the number right there, 94.8. Okay, it's right there. Now keep an eye on that. Now we're going to go over to Social Blade. You guys might find this interesting. Let me show you what Social Blade says. All right. So there's her page on Social Blade. Just for context, there's her page. As you can see, it's her picture. Let's look. So what do we got here? 724 plus 100. 729 plus 100. 801 plus 100. 803 plus 200. So let's do some really simple arithmetic. 200 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. 500 subs. You got 500 extra subs, Foodie? Tell me something. Why are you so obsessed with your sub number? If you're buying subs, why are you so obsessed with the number? Because none of that is going to translate into profit. None of that contributes to the amount of views you're getting. None of those bought subs are going to buy memberships or give you super chats. Why are you so obsessed with the numbers? The point where you're buying subs. I know that you're obsessed with getting to 100K, but what's the point of getting 100K if that doesn't mean you're going to get extra money in pocket? All you're doing is you're spending a bunch of money that you don't have to, but I guess that's what you want to do with your money, just being stupid with it. All right, so that was just a little interesting tidbit. Let's go over to the live. And like I said, she's raging, she's mad, she's big mad. And we're just going to sit in and I'm going to give my thoughts uncensored. So let's go.
You were trying to watch my video, Lisa? Capone, Tara. Hi, Ava. My pizza mukbang. I have a headache. Oh, I get these like migraines once in a while. Remember when I was like,
oh, shut the hell up. Already just shut up. She's coming on camera saying, I've got a migraine. I got this headache. Chantal, if it were a migraine, you wouldn't be able to do this live. People who have migraines, those are so painful. All you can do is go into a room with no noise and no light, shut the door, and be left alone. How can you have a migraine and do this live? Stop with the dramatics. Just stop it.
Living back where we used to be. Hi, Trawanda, Pancho, Ghostface. I said hello. Joel, hi. My flaky pastry head.
She's got a migraine, but she's got a smile on her face. Make that make sense.
Carolina. Okay, number one, I'm done with Yo Mama. Even watching him, we don't really like support him. I guess we did watch him, but after seeing him just like laugh with Farty, no, never again. I mean, I'm sorry, but you can applaud him for beating up Cyrax, fine, whatever. But how about you ignore, like, the entire community just ignores him going on live stream and completely involving my innocent family and everything. Like, that's totally okay that people threaten to rape my mom, send escorts to my mom's house, apparently. Everything is, listen, Farty, you're a dumb fat ass. If you're going to dox and do illegal things, why don't you do it off camera? Because you're going to be getting arrested.
One moment, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this, but the chat is frozen. Let me just
involving my innocent family and everything. Like, that's totally okay that people threaten to rape my mom, send escorts to my mom's house, apparently. Everything is, listen, Farty, you're a dumb fat ass. If you're going to dox and do illegal things, why don't you do it off camera? Because you're going to be getting arrested very soon and charged very soon. I know where you live in fucking Glencoe, where you live with your family. So if you don't leave my family alone, I would advise you to, because maybe somebody will start targeting your family. All right? So I found out what I have to do today anyways. I have to make a police report. So yeah. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. This whole community is fucked up. Like, laughing while he's targeting my family on live. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Chantal, can you even count the number of lives and videos that you've done where you sat there threatening people, doxing people, and you thought it was funny? You thought it was hilarious. Using the fact that you're on YouTube and with a public forum to threaten and dox others. And if you weren't doing that, you had people behind the scenes looking for information for you. And you're enjoying every minute of it. Every single minute of it. You know, back in that time when you were going back and forth with Natter, here's one incident. When you and Natter were going back and forth, and you couldn't decide whether you liked him or you hated him, in those moments when the two of you had a falling out, you actually said in a video, hey, girl world, hey, reactors, if you want to go after Natter, go for it. I won't have a problem with it. Remember that? I remember that. I do. One minute you were defending Natter. The next minute, when you didn't like him, you were trying to use all of us as reactors to go after him. Same thing with Kiwi Farms. Remember that too? You were telling Kiwi Farms to go after people for you and dox people just to be vengeful. Have other people do your dirty work because that's what you do. That's who you are. You're always looking out for yourself. You're always looking out for your best interest. You use other people to do your dirty work if they want to do it. You won't ever do it yourself because you're that much of a coward that you won't do things yourself because you don't want any blowback. Always staying at the back of the chessboard, safe, while other people do your dirty work for you. That's how you play the game.
Disgusting. Oh my God, I can't. So after I say this today, we're just going to live our lives. And
how many times have we heard that? Oh, I'm done with these people. I'm so done. No, you're not done. You're getting far too much attention out of this and you're loving every minute of it. You're sitting here acting all annoyed and pissed off, but you're loving it. Come on now. You're getting more views right now than you have in a long, long time. Don't tell me you're not enjoying this. You're just acting annoyed. All you care about is your channel and the views and the subs and whatever money you can make of it. That's all you care about. You don't care about your family. You don't care about if things happen that affect them. It's all about you. You're very self-centered and stupid that way.
Completely have fuck all to do with all of these pieces of shit. All right, I'm done. Seriously. Oh, and what they use to justify their shitty behavior towards me is a fucking dox. Oh, sorry. See my thumbnail? Who doxed Dee Dee's mom? They did. She let Natturd take the video camera into that nursing home, took the video of her room number and her name, which I censored in the thumbnail. Okay, so no, it wasn't me who doxed her. They used that whole thing that one time to justify all of this going in real life. Okay, that makes up for it. Well, her mom was innocent in this. So is my mom, dumbass.
Are we going to leave out the part where you doxed Perfectly Imperfect? Where a comment was left on your comments section and you saw it and you left it up there for days? Are we going to leave that part out? How about the part where you were threatening her job and her family? You're not gonna talk about that? No? No comment? But you've never doxed people, right? No, not at all. And I'm gonna bring something else up too. Remember that moment where you gave Natter Frenchie's phone number because you want to get back at Frenchie? Yeah, that happened too. Remember that? We remember that. And you laughed about it. You thought that was hilariously funny. Whenever it suits you, you dox people. You will use your forum, your channel, your audience to go after people you don't like and you got a problem with. Again, using other people to do your dirty work because you're too much of a coward to do it yourself. You think it's so hilarious when you can dox people, when you can hurt people using YouTube, but when the tables turn, suddenly it's not so funny. So if you do it to others, don't expect any sympathy when it's done to you.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck off. I speak out. Anyways, so yeah. So anyway, as for doxing FFG, it was an accident once where I showed her number accidentally, and I even messaged her, offered to change her number and pay for it. So no, it's not the same as deliberately doxing.
There was no accident in that. How do you accidentally do something like that, you big liar? You knew what you were doing and you did it anyway. Stop with the bullshit. There was no accident about that incident. None at all.
People, sending them to your family's house. All right? Thanks. And even then, how does that, it should be me that's being doxed then in retaliation, not my fucking family, dumbass. So anyways, why can't they get over this from years ago? Because they're all shit, Black's Chaos. They have nothing else for content and they have no fucking life. That's it.
Not this one talking about we don't have anything for content. Not her saying that. What is her content? What is Chantal's content anymore? Coming on camera, eating herself stupid, monetizing her problem with food, talking about the same old shit that she's talked about for the last 5 years, talking about old stories and people from her past. There's nothing new and interesting here. Talking about old bitter incidents that have happened, things that happened 2 or 3 years ago. She's still talking about them, recycling and rehashing everything bad from her past, dusting it off one more time. If she can make $1 more off of it, she'll talk about it. How many times has she talked about FFG? Every single time she turns around, FFG's name is flying out of her mouth. Just can't seem to leave that alone. They have nothing else for content. What exactly is your content? Every single day, there's a food video. Every single fucking day. her eating fast food on camera, stuffing her face, looking bored, not saying much. Exactly how much better is your content compared to a reactor's? What makes it better? I sit down and I react to you. I don't see how it's interesting. It's certainly not creative. There's no work involved. You just order some fast food, turn your camera on, sit down and eat it, and then turn the camera back off. So, what is your content, Chantal? You're riding on the vapors of your past success, and you're catering to that 25% of people in your audience that are there to watch you eat and get bigger and get more unhealthy. You don't care about the 75% of people that are in your audience whose obsession is not food. You want to sit there and do your self-harm content and monetize it and get paid for it, which should not be happening and should not be allowed, but you found a way around it, didn't you? But that's what you want to do. But your content is so much better than ours, right? It's so much more interesting, right? Let me tell you something. If your content were that much better than ours, you'd have more views. People that watch the reaction channels will go directly to you and watch you directly. But the fact that they're not, there is something for you. Obviously, it's not that interesting. If they're going elsewhere to watch your content in a different way, obviously you're boring as fuck.
They're insane, exactly. So keep doing, oh, he's coming for you. No, he's coming for my family because he can't do shit here. And he's just going to keep digging yourself a legal hole. I'm not Cyrax. I'm not going to sit there and fucking take your shit. You are going to be buried in the legal system. Just watch. Just like you were a suspect in someone's murder, okay? Anyway, this is not the same. I have you on camera. I have you on video, literally doing these things to my family. And not only that, I have your full name, Nicholas Beagler, and your fucking address where you live with your family. So, case closed. Good luck. Oh, I will. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to feed into this.
You know why she's acting all buck right now? Because she's in Kuwait. Because she's not on Canadian soil. So, of course, she's going to feel courageous behind her camera. She's going to feel courageous because she's not on Canadian soil. She's in Kuwait right now. How long she'll be there, I do not know. But at some point, she's got to come home. So she's feeling courageous because she's not back on Canadian soil. But how long is that going to last, Chantal?
Fat troll. I'm not going to feed into these losers, but the community, I want to say one last time, is disgusting. For just because you hate me and think that this is going to ruin my life, because it's not. So stay mad. I'm sorry. It's disgusting that you condone this. Oh, it's so funny.
And you know what, Chantal? You can sit there and rage at Girl World. You can rage at the reactors and you can place all the blame on us, saying it's our fault. It's not our fault. You started this shit. You put it into play. You took up for Cyrax when you had no business doing that and you shouldn't have done that. You took up for him. You stepped in that big pile of shit. Nobody told you to. Nobody forced you to. You decided to do that. So you did it. And then when you caught the attention of Music Biz Marty and his community, and they started saying things about you, instead of saying, whoops, I really shouldn't have done that, you leaned into it and you made the situation worse. And you keep making it worse. Here's this live right here. Are you backing away from the situation? No, you're leaning into it. You're leaning into it because you think, I'm in Kuwait. What can they do to me? I don't know. I don't know what they could do to you. But you're not erring on the side of caution. You're not thinking about your family. You're not thinking about anything that could happen to them. Truth be told, I don't think you like your family very much. I don't think anybody who likes nor loves nor respects their family would do these things. You're doing these things on the premise of they don't like me, but they're going after my family, so who gives a shit? If they're suffering the brunt of something that has something to do with me, oh well, I'm not there, not my problem. But you caused this. You caused all of this with your big mouth. And you're continuing all of this when you could put a stop to it. If you cared about your family, you would put a stop to it. You would do everything you need to do to put a stop to it. Girl World is not responsible for this mess. That's probably what's making you the most mad. The fact that you cannot blame Girl World. You can't point a finger at any reactor and say it's their fault. No, it's your fault. You're to blame. You are not the victim nor the hero in this story. You are the sole cause of all this suffering. And you're angry because you can't blame any of us.
And you're a fucking mother, boozing. You're a mother laughing at people doxing people's family. You are disgusting. You're a disgusting, pathetic human. I hope you live with that every night. All right, so that's it. Oh, and by the way, sending nudes to my family, who cares? You don't think that when I started an OnlyFans that I knew that people would distribute my nudes to everyone? Everyone who knows me? Big deal. I mean, I wouldn't have done an OnlyFans. I'm not dumb.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I think we can all agree she's stupid. She's really stupid. She tries to fool herself into thinking she's the smartest person in the room, but the smartest person in the room would not be acting the way that she's acting right now, would not be saying the things that she's saying right now. A smart person would look at this situation and go, oh crap, I've really stepped in it. What can I do to remedy the situation and not make the hole any bigger? What is she doing? The exact opposite. She's making that hole double wide and 16 feet thick. That's what she's doing. Smart person wouldn't do that, but a stupid person would.
So that's it. That's it. That's all I have to say. I'm not supporting, I'm not watching, I'm not supporting anyone from this stupid effing community who just like are so afraid of Marty that they have to kiss his fucking ass when he's doing disgusting shit. The same shit that if I did, oh, and I'm sorry, I deserve it, right? No, and number one, yo mama, I didn't align myself with Cyrax. Before I knew the disgusting shit he did, I had an opinion on what Marty's community does to people. Okay, which I still don't condone, harassing people. Let the law deal with them, whatever. So that had an opinion on that, and they're still going at it. So no, there's no excuse. I'm sorry. Kiss my ass. Kiss my 700-pound ass.
Oh, we thought you were 500 pounds. So if you want to add another 200 pounds to that, okay, as you wish.
So that's all I have to say. She doesn't care. She beats up Emily. Yeah, exactly, Rebecca. He comes for women because he's an incel. He's an incel. He has one dead girlfriend, and then
Oh. Now I saw this part on Twitter. I saw it. And I'm like, wow. So the story that I heard was Music Biz Marty. He had a girlfriend. Unfortunately, she passed away. And Chantal, you're right on character. Going after women. But you're going after a woman who's no longer here. Going after somebody's girlfriend who's no longer here. That's just low. That's really, really low. And you have to know, by doing that, Marty's never going to let you go. He's not going to let that go. Kind of points in the direction you don't want this thing to end with Marty. At all. But that's low of you. To not only go after another woman, but a woman who has passed away. Shame on you.
another one, and he was involved in like some kind of prostitute death. I don't know. Anyways, your daddy ain't going to pay you out of this one because you are literally harassing people on live. Okay, so eat it. What they're doing is,
And I think it's really low because you're bringing up somebody in this that has nothing to do with it. The deceased girlfriend, what does she have to do with this situation? She has nothing to do with the situation. Chantal has no respect for anyone, living or deceased. She'll bring up anything she can, any hurtful thing she can, just trying to get a gotcha moment. Just like she has always brought up French Fry Girl and her deceased pets. You trying to use that as a gotcha moment, which is just horrible. But anything living or dead, even if this has passed away, it's not off limits to her. She's just always looking for gotcha moments. Always. She's deplorable.
legal. They think I'm Cyrax and I'm just going to sit there. No. Don't stir the pot. Oh, sorry, I'm going to zip it and not have an opinion because of somebody doing illegal activity and let them get away with it? Okay. Kaya and the other bees are... Oh, who cares about Kaya? How does anyone listen to her gravelly crap voice anyways?
Leave Kaya alone, bitch.
Seriously. Your anger is justified. I think so. I think so. Megan, I'm not even involving my family talking about what we talk about. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not, and after this, they're not getting any satisfaction. No matter what you do to us, fuck you. You're not getting any of it.
Chantal, we've heard this before. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm done with this. You know you're not done with this. This is the most spice and feistiness we've seen from you in a long time. And look at your views. Anything for the views, girl. Anything for the numbers. You're all about that life. You really want to go home to Canada and let loose. You want to be your true, authentic, evil, vile self. But you can't do that right now because you're in Kuwait. But you're dying to go home and let that feral animal out of the cage. You want to really let loose. And this is your way of letting it loose a little bit by being as vile as you possibly can. And this is proof positive right here. She's been in Kuwait for months. She's not changed at all. She may have put on a hijab and an abaya. She may have taken her shahada. She may claim to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. But look at her and listen to her. Does this seem like somebody who's changed or has taken the Muslim faith into their heart? She's sitting here cursing. She's gossiping. She's slandering. Nothing has changed. Nothing at all. Same old Chantal.
So eat this up for content for days. Yeah, legally for sure. Think of it. This fat loser is sitting in his house recording himself.
You know, it's hilarious when she sits there and she tries to use the term fat as something to insult another person when she herself is super, super morbidly obese. But trying to use the fat term as something to insult another person while she is super, super morbidly obese is just hilarious to me.
Illegally swatting, doxing, sending people, harassing. This is criminal harassment. I'm not dumb. I know my rights. I know the law. I was told today, I know he lives like Mayfair something in Glencoe. And I know that I can make a report for sure. Yep. Yep.
Oh no, it's Haley says, how are you going to keep your family safe through all of this? Well, she could help protect her family by squashing some of this, by keeping her mouth shut, by not poking the bear, but she's not doing it. She continues to run her mouth. She continues to insult. She continues to taunt. By doing that, she is putting her family more at risk. Or at the very least, she's causing more embarrassment, harassment, irritation, grief. than her family needs. But that's all on her. She's doing this to her family. She's doing this to herself. That's why I can't have sympathy, because she's choosing to do this. She's making a choice, a very bad choice.
Oh, you can laugh now. You can laugh now. Anyway, I'm not wasting too much of my energy like he does. He probably just, all these people obsess over me every day.
Reacting to you is not obsessing over you. I don't sit here in my day and think, what is Chantal doing? I wonder what she's doing. I wonder how she's spending her day. I wish I were Chantal. I wish I were as awesome as Chantal. I wish I could be Chantal. I'm not obsessed with you. There's nothing to obsess over. I know this may be shocking to you, Chantal, but nobody wishes to be you. Nobody wants your life. Nobody wants to live in your skin. Nobody would trade places with you. Even with whatever money you're making on YouTube, nobody wants to be you. Your life is not enviable. I know that's shocking. I know that it's just something you cannot fathom, but nobody would trade places and stand in your shoes, even for a minute.
Have a life, and it doesn't involve, even if I'm sitting here picking my nose, it doesn't involve obsessing over you idiots.
But you do. See, that's the crazy thing. She's talking backwards. She claims that we obsess over her. At the same time, she obsesses over all of us. You want to know how I know that? Because all she does all day, if she's not doing her videos, she sits there, she scrolls on her phone, she goes on Twitter, she goes on Kiwi Farms, she goes all over YouTube, she checks out every live stream, every comment section, every community tab, looking for any mention about her. She's a nosy Nancy. She's everywhere. If that's not obsessive, I don't know what is. That is obsession. When you sit there and all you do all day is obsess about yourself, seeing what people are saying. Sitting down and reacting to a video or a live stream is not obsession. That's just taking it in, giving opinions, giving feelings, putting the react up, and you're done. But what she does is obsession over attention and seeing what people are saying about her, seeing if the reactors are reacting to any other person. That's pure obsession, Chantal. And that's right on point with you, because everything that you like, everything that you're interested in, it starts out as something you like, then it turns into perhaps an addiction, and then it goes even further into obsession. If there was one word that could be used to describe you and your life, it would be obsession. That the word obsession would fit everything.
Yeah, exactly, babe. Yeah. I know. Karma they'll get theirs. Don't worry about it. The law will keep my family safe. Don't worry. Hi, Sue Brooke.
Yeah, well, shutting your mouth would keep your family even safer. How about that? You want to keep your family safe? Control your mouth and what comes out of it.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. Hi, Tracy. So, that's it. I'm done with even paying attention. I hate this fucking community. I can't stand it. Like, oh.
Then why do you pay so much attention to it, dummy? You hate us all so much. Why do you pay so much attention? Why are you on Twitter? Why are you on Kiwi Farms? Why are you everywhere? Being nosy, looking for reasons to be angry if you hate us so much. Why do you give us so much of your attention? I don't get it. If you hate someone or something, you know what you do? You turn completely away. You don't turn around. You don't give even 1 minute of your attention. But the more you give someone or something your attention, the more you prove you don't really hate it. Hate means you're done. You're completely through. You don't really hate us, do you? You don't. What you hate is the fact that you can't control the narrative. You are a control freak, Chantal, through and through. You are a narcissist, and the one thing that a narcissist cannot deal with, the one thing that makes them lose their mind and go bananas, is when they lose control and they can no longer control something or someone. And what's making you nuts is here's this new community that has taken notice of you, a different community with a different set of rules. You don't know how to deal with them. You thought you were in control of girl world. You thought you knew the rules over here. Maybe you do, but it's a whole new community and they play a little bit differently and you can't control them. You can't control what they do. And it's making you upset that you've lost control of the narrative, that you don't control the game.
By the way, my big announcement, I'm not going to Canada. I'm not stepping near the fucking Western world. If you were in Kuwait doing this shit to people, you would be in jail. In jail.
She's got to go home to Canada. Don't listen to her. She says that I'm not going home, but sooner or later she's got to come home. She's not a resident of Kuwait. What is she going to do? Overstay her visa? She could, but then she's got to pay a fine every day. She can't stay there forever. She's got to leave. Got to. She can't stay there.
100%. The cops are like, I don't know. I hope they're not useless in this situation. I'm going to try my best. Whatever. I have his address, Patrick. Britain the Sun. It's disgusting. The female reactors in this community supporting sending unhinged male escorts to women's houses in the middle of the night. Yeah, for a laugh. And they think it one-ups me. They think like, oh, it's affecting me. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take legal action. Anything I can do, I will. But I'm not going to talk about it. Hi, Teardrop. And like rats coming together when they see cheese. Oh my God, Reynolds. That's what they are. They're parasites feeding off of me. That's all they are.
And what the fuck are you? What exactly do you call yourself? What have you been acting like to YouTube for the past 4 or 5 years? You over there looking like and acting like an overfed tick, just sucking off the system, sucking off of YouTube, using up the free healthcare for ER visits. You're like an overfed tick that needs to be taken off the host. That's what you've been doing. You have the nerve to call us parasites when you're looking and acting like an overfed tick. The nerve. Someone like Chantal calling everybody else parasites. Really?
Stay away from Canada. They're not gonna scare me out of my own country, but I don't want to even go there. Like I have so many bad memories there. It's just no. And my mom and family are going camping for a long time soon, so who cares? And to say that I don't care about my family, what do you want?
You don't. You really don't. Because if you cared about your family, you'd shut up. The more you say, the more you prove you really don't care.
Me to do. I don't care about my family, but you're condoning this and laughing at it and egging it on. No, you don't give a fuck about my family, hypocrites.
No, you don't care about your family. And if you ever went back to Canada, you've got to have a lot of explaining and apologizing to do. You're probably never going to apologize to your family because you don't apologize for anything. You're never truly sorry. If you give an I'm sorry, it's because the I'm sorry was kind of forced out of you and not because you feel it in your heart. You don't feel remorse. You don't feel regret. The only things you're sorry for, the only things you truly feel sad for, are things that directly affect you. When your grandmother died, you didn't cry that much. You weren't hurting that much. You cried more and you hurt more over Natter than your own grandmother. That's how much connection to your family you have. They're in Canada right now dealing with this shit. Have you shut up yet? Have you tried to make things better? No, you're still running your stupid mouth. So, no, you don't care about your family. Not at all.
That's what it is. Jesus. And I have the address to your family too. Thanks. Anyway. But I'm not a piece of fat shit like you, Farty.
Yes, you are.
I'm not a piece of shit like you.
You are. You're the biggest, smelliest pile of dung on YouTube. My opinion.
You know, I'm going to let the law deal with you. I don't care about the nudes. They think that I care about that. There's nothing you can do to me except for kill me. And even then, I won't kiss your ass. Sorry. So, whatever. You put the nudes on the building. You put the nudes everywhere. You think I give a fuck? I don't. They're encouraging it. I know. We want to get, I see people in the comments like, can you get her banned from this? Can you get her banned from Cameo? For what? Having an opinion on something that you don't like? Oh no. What about all the shit you've done to me? Are you fucking serious? Hi, baby mama. The people in my thumbnail is a clip from Natcher's video, which is still up, doxing the mother. And yes, I speak out, you moron, who before I blocked you. They showed the whole building before they went into it. Duh. Oh, I can't. Brain dead people piss me off. I have a headache. I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. I know you'd love that, wouldn't you? Yeah, so your mom is there like, keep using my songs. Keep using your songs before live streams of him attacking my family. You're a big pussy. You don't want to say anything bad about this guy because you don't want your family targeted. You're just a wuss, and I'll never fucking watch your crap ever again. He got his passport photo. Let him come here. Let him come here. He'll be in jail before they don't play here. They'll hang him. I can't wait. Hi, Alpha. Yeah. Let him go near my family's house with his fat ass. Let him. He showed the name and number on her door. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Naomi. But I'm the one. I'm responsible for all the doxing. That's how they justify. That's how they justify what they do to me. Oh, well, she deserves it. This is her karma. No, the only one going to be having bad karma is all of you guys. Watch. I hate that man so much. He's not back in the picture. It's just proving it's because they're using the past, fam. Like, I've moved on. I'm living in another country. We're going to be traveling, not to Canada. I'm tired of that whole part of the world. Thank you.
Canada was never the problem. There are lots of people who live in Canada and they're happy and they're healthy. I'm not even a Canadian. I think it's offensive that you're blaming Canada for your life that you led there. I'm not even living in Canada, and I think that's offensive. How can you sit there and blame an entire country for having a bad life? You had a bad life because you made bad choices for yourself. And as I remember, while you were making those bad choices, you seemed very happy with that life because every single element of that life you chose for yourself. You chose to do those party favors. You chose to hang around Natter and party and be gone for a week at a time. You chose to go to the dispensary 2 or 3 times a week and spend thousands of dollars on those party favors. You chose to go to the outhouse. You chose to go to Starbucks and get those nasties every day. You chose to stay in your room and just go to town on the food. Every single element you wanted and you brought around you. If your life sucked then, that's your fault. Nobody forced you into any of that. So don't sit there and blame an entire fucking country for the choices that you decided to make. You had a bad life, has nothing to do with Canada. Because here you are in Kuwait, whole different country, whole different culture. You're just as unhappy in Kuwait as you were in Canada. So how can a country be the problem when you're the common denominator in both? And you're still miserable, which proves wherever you go, there you are. And if you're miserable, wherever you go, you're going to be miserable yet again.
Yeah, Sue Brooke, thank you. When peeps see you, then they understand what crap they say. Yeah. My mom's not even on YouTube. I know. They think it's going to get to me. Well,
It has gotten to you. You can sit there and act all buck Chantal, but I can tell you're bothered. You are so bothered, you are so stressed that you can't even stand it. All of this anger, that's just a front. You're bothered. You're stressed out. I reacted to your food video today. Mama, that was stress eating. I saw that clear over here. You're stress eating hard. You're trying to cover up your stress. You're trying to cover up your anxiety with food and with this front of anger. You got that mask on, but it's not working very well. You're bothered.
I know. So, you're all sick fucks for getting off and finding entertainment in doing the shit that you're doing. So, thanks, Teardrop. Yeah. That's okay. Usually it's hard to, like, you know, if it's online beef. Yeah. There's a lot of people in, like, usually, you know, if you can't trace the person, you can't find the person, that's different. I have this guy's address, his full name. The Cornwall police even confirmed that the call for the SWAT came from Illinois. So I have him, and I'm not going to call 911 on it, but I'm going to follow up with a police report for sure.
Yep. And this person brings it up. Catherine Har says, didn't you dox Perfectly Imperfect? Yeah, she did. She did. A comment was posted on her video. She left it up. She also threatened her job and her family. That's why nobody should have sympathy for Chantal. She delights when it goes the other way. When the doxing and harm goes to somebody else, she's not laughing so much when it happens to her.
These people forget without you, they wouldn't even have a platform. It's so weird and peculiar. I know, Reynolds. Like, that's the thing. Like, they're all like, oh, we get her off of the platform. What the fuck are you gonna do for content, you dumbasses?
I so hate her saying that. She really thinks that she's the only person in the world that we can talk about, that we can react to. She's the only one. There's nobody else on YouTube that we can talk about. That's what she wants to believe, that she's the be all end all of reactable content. I got news for you, Chantal. There's all kinds of stuff to do. There's all kinds of people to react to. There's your friend Amber. People could start easily reacting to her. She's been amping it up lately. I've been doing reacts to Hungry Fat Chick, and can I just say I'm enjoying reviewing Candy's content because it's a positive react. I enjoy the change. I can sit here and do my ambiance video for my ambiance channel, which I've set up. I could do gaming content. I can find so much other stuff to do besides you. You become boring and repetitive. Even in your rages, you are repetitive. It's the same old shit all the time. And you're not helping yourself by sticking to the same old stuff. You won't even mix it up. It's the same old garbage. But you think there's nobody else on YouTube that we can talk about. Let me tell you something, Big Mama. I'm sure there are other channels that would love to have the reaction channels focus on them. They would love to have an uptick in views and subscribers. If there was somebody halfway interesting, I'm sure they'd love all the attention and they wouldn't turn it away. You're trying to hold on to that broken crown that you've got on your big head. But you really think there's nobody else out there that would love the reaction channels covering them? You really think so? You really think that there's nothing else and no one else that we could cover? Wrong. Where the reaction channels, we can change gears, we can adapt. You can't. You've been stuck in the same little corner for too long. You've gotten lazy and complacent. You've forgotten what hard work feels like and looks like. And you don't know how to get out of that corner. But trust me, where we can adapt, you can't. And that's going to be your downfall. So that gigantic ego of yours, thinking there's nobody else out there, trust me, there is. And they would love to have all the reaction channels focused on them. They would love that free promo.
Are you going to feed your children off hate money then? Stay mad. That's all you are, is you're mad because you think I'm smug. I have an ego. I have a right to.
No, you don't. You don't have the right to have an ego. And as far as feeding our kids or feeding anybody off the hate money, please, woman. YouTube doesn't pay that much. Any small channel will tell you that. It's just pocket money. It's nothing significant. So you can get off your high horse with that crap.
Right to. So do you. The whole haters channel see this fun threatening families. Yeah. And when they turn on them, they're gonna cry and rage. Exactly. Yep. Tale as old as time. What goes around comes right back around. Hello, just shit myself. They sent several people to my mom's house, Black's Chaos, including the police, which is illegal. I confirmed it with the police department. So, yes. Let's just wait. I'm very patient these days. They're supposed to be adults, right? Yeah, fat ass is 37, right? Yeah. Thank you, Crystal. Exactly, babe. No, I didn't dox the school.
You did.
Shut up, Shane. Get out of here. What are you talking about? God. Stupid idiot. Bye. No, Crystal, it hasn't caused problems. That's what they want. They want to cause problems. It doesn't. My family's not going to hate me over this. Come on. They want people. The police are not going to be useless, Jay. They're not. Well, I'm sure you want them to. Another sick person. He needs to be locked up. He does nothing good. Nothing. Seriously. Oh, like they think they're so cool and badass and edgy. Oh, this is what I do with my community. Go fucking, like, honestly, you're useless. You're a waste of air. Hi, Creepy Comfort. Doxing is revealing people's private information to the public for malicious intent, like harassment.
Can I remind you, Chantal, that with this live stream, you revealed possibly Marty's personal information with malicious intent. So just with this live stream, you're guilty of doxing. So any case you might have had against Marty, this live stream, you did the exact same thing with malicious intent. So how much of a case do you have if you're guilty of the same thing?
Thank God it's Canada. Yeah, I know. So I'm not going to Canada. Fuck Canada.
You know, she's mad about that. I'm sure she was looking forward to coming home to Canada and beezing, going to Starbucks, going to get her nashies, going to her beloved outhouse, riding in her car. She was so looking forward to that. She could probably still do it. All of this could be a bluff. I'm not going to Canada, and then she pops up in Canada. Maybe she had plans of staying with some relatives, and because of all this stuff happening, she can't do that now. I don't know. But the vibe that I'm getting right now is she wanted to go to Canada, but maybe the trip has been postponed because of all this stuff that she caused, that she's trying to blame on Girl World, but she can't blame it on us because we didn't start this fire, she did.
Yeah, babe, exactly. Um, no, she won't want to come here. Mm. So, no, he's in the US. People don't do that shit to each other here. Doesn't happen. Hi, Brooke. So yeah, sorry for going off, but not sorry. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I know that they do all this for attention and laughs, and they're not gonna get that anymore from me. So just saying, I'm removing myself like completely from watching, supporting anyone in that community. Very disappointing.
We never wanted you to watch us nor give us your support in the first place. That's the thing. No big loss. Did anybody in Girl World want Chantal to watch us and support us? She never supported us to begin with. I hate the reaction channels. She called us parasites, so how is she supporting us? She never supported the reaction channels. She always said that we were parasites and we were stealing her content and stealing her views. Although back in the day, back in her heyday, she didn't mind the reaction channels. She was delighted to have us around. And then when she started to lose money, she changed her tune. Suddenly it went from, oh, there's so many reaction channels to, oh, there's so many reaction channels. And my views are going down and my money's going down. It's their fault. No, it's your fault. It's completely your fault. It was your fault then. It's your fault now. Don't blame us for your bullshit.
And yeah, thanks, Moonflower. If I went back to Canada, Bam, I would be staying somewhere far away from my hometown, and not let you know what, if I go to Canada, I would probably not let anyone know. But
That's going to be impossible to do. If she goes back to Canada, as I said, she can't stay with her family. So what's left for Chantal? For an Airbnb, you would need a debit card or a credit card. She can't have a credit card because of her bankruptcies. So what would be her choices? To stay in a motel or a hotel room, that's going to be really, really expensive. Chantal is not a private person, and she's not careful. She's always showing where she is and what she's doing. When she was in Canada, she would ride around and she would show buildings, street signs, monuments, everything. Everybody could triangulate exactly where she was because she doesn't know how to be careful. So, can anyone imagine Chantal being in Canada and being careful about where she's at? Because I don't think that's going to happen.
um I think it's a sign too to just like move on with my life here. I have such negative feelings of the people in Canada, that
Don't blame Canada. They didn't do shit to you.
live near me, like the biggest trash. I really wish my family didn't have to live in that shithole. Cornwall is a shithole, and a lot of the people are shit, as you can see.
Blaming Canada and now blaming Cornwall. Nobody in Cornwall is to blame for your crap, Chantal. I'm sure there are great people in Cornwall. You just weren't one of them. You were the trash of Cornwall. Don't blame an entire city because of your crap life. You created that.
So, not all, but a lot. So, I'm happy I got out. Golden girl. I'm gonna see what I can do. But, we're gonna travel somewhere else together. And yeah, we're gonna start our travel journey. I was gonna make a trip home, but I don't know for sure, so I think I'm just gonna like do something else and just forget about these idiots and let the law deal with it. I have no interest in the back and forth online. I have no interest in it at all. None.
I have no interest in it translates to I can't win this battle. But she's never going to admit that. She's never going to admit I can't win this battle. No matter how much I try, I can't win this. She will never admit defeat. So she'd rather say I'm not even going to address this. That's her way of admitting defeat without admitting defeat.
Yeah, exactly, Cassie. Yeah, babe. Yeah, exactly, Ghostface. I don't really want to go back. I can see my family on video and whatever. They can wait a little while longer to see me. So we're gonna travel somewhere else. You're staying in Cyprus? We kind of want to go to.
And where exactly are you going to go? As I understand it, Salah has a Syrian passport, which means the places that he's allowed to visit are very limited. So where exactly are the two of you going to go?
Or someday. My mouth is red. Oh, it's herpes, right? Remember they used to say that because I got some of the. I bet you I can replicate. And I shaved my lip too. This irritates my lips. This stuff.
And why are you putting it on your lips, you big dum dum? If it irritates your lips and your lips are sore, why are you putting it on your lips? Make it make sense. It irritates my lips, but I'm going to put on more. And she claims to be the smartest person in the room. Hey, smart people, if something irritates your lips, would you put more on your lips? No, I wouldn't either.
Legal action is a must. I'm not giving up. Help him what in Kuwait? It's silly you'll go in jail so fast. I hope you watch Locked Up Abroad before you come here, fat loser. Go to France? No way. I don't want to go to France. Thank you, Sue. How fucking pathetic and obsessed and crazy are you to want to come here? Seriously, you think you're gonna get near me here? You're fucking psychotic. You're psychotic. Oh my god, I hope you get locked up. Trash. Doxing is illegal harassment. Yep. Yeah, he's taking it out on my family. Nice person. Nice person that you idiots are supporting. I love it. Good for you.
Chantal, you've gone after people in the past. You're still going after people. And you got behind anyone who was doing your dirty work for you. Remember how Natter went after all kinds of reaction channels and clip channels? 140 copyright strikes issued. Copyright claims. Not copyright claims, copyright strikes. 140. That didn't come from Natter, that came from you. You want to know why I know that? Because that's how you play. You use Natter to do your dirty work. You are angry at the reaction channels, blaming them for your lack of views. I'm sure you and Natter had a conversation. You said to him, look, I'm paying your bills, I'm paying your rent. I don't like these reaction channels. They're taking my views. They're taking the attention. So here's what you do. Since I'm paying for everything, you and Dee Dee do the dirty work for me. You throw the strikes. If something happens to your channel, it's no big deal. I'll just make you another channel. That way my channel can be safe. My income stays safe. And I won't get the backlash. That's how you play. You find people that will do the dirty work for you and you put them to work. If somebody steps forward and says, I want a white knight for you, you'll take them on. And you'll support them working for your cause. But if something happens to them, no big deal. No skin off your nose. That's the way you've always played the game. That's how you'll play the game forever.
I can't win, I know. I'm not even trying to, Reynolds. They're just obsessed. They have nothing else in their life. Like, some people are just sick and evil and they condone this shit, you know? It's not a game here. He'll learn that quick. He'll learn that quick.
You know Salah's pissed off. You know he's upset. I'm sure he was looking forward to Chantal getting on that plane and getting out of his hair for at least a little while. And now she's not going anywhere. You know he's upset about that. Well, you signed on to this, Salah. You did. Sorry she's not going home, but it's all due to her big mouth. Now you gotta put up with her.
He's literally, exactly. He's not gonna get away with it. Like I said, I'm not Cyrax. I don't put up with that shit. I won't. So all of Girl World is supporting him. Everybody, Patrick, everybody. So good on you. Anyways, I don't care. I'm a lone wolf. I have Salah. That's all I need. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm not a sheep like everyone else. I don't follow the.
Oh, so we're doing that angle. I'm a lone wolf, she says. If you're alone, it's because you're repulsive and you're disgusting and you're evil and nobody wants to run with you. And the people that are by your side, they're only there because they're getting paid to be by your side, but there's nobody around you that is there by choice and by free will. It's because they're being compensated. You're so vile that nobody wants to run with you, so therefore you are alone.
Flock and just try to fit in and laugh at anything, even if it's immoral. I'm not a piece of crap like that.
Yeah, you are. You're really, really immoral and you are vile.
Doxing is, even people go, are you kidding? People go to jail for a lot less than doxing. Are you kidding? Thanks, Reynolds. The minute, if he even steps near our apartment building, oh my gosh, yeah, good luck. There's cameras everywhere here. So first you'll have to find us. You don't even know what apartment we're in, so good luck with that. And then second, you'll have to get through Salah and the law, so good luck. Fuck. Do you hear that, babe? Thinking of coming here. Hi, Joey. Oh my god, that's the funniest thing I heard all day. Whatever, Matt Simmer. He's only going to make his life worse too if he does anything online. It's all recorded. I know his address, his full name, and we have confirmation where the call came from, and he is literally doing it on camera. He's incriminating himself. He's a fat idiot. Like, I swear. I know I'm fat, but I really think cholesterol is clogging his brain.
Yeah, well, your brain cells are swimming in a pool of vegetable oil, so there's that.
Yeah, it's okay, creepy. Anyway. Anyone who comes to her house, she's recording the license plates. And anyone comes to the door, they're going to be shot in the face. That's it. It's not a threat. I mean, you're allowed to defend yourself. Like, someone comes to hurt you in your house, You can absolutely defend yourself. Come on. Salah might not have big arms, but he's in shape and has very muscular legs. Anyway. So, there are cameras, baby mama.
Now, everybody's already pointed this out on Twitter. People were pointing out that she's shaking right now. And the other people pointed out that, like you can't see it because it's off camera. Like she's doing that thing where, she's sitting there shaking her leg. And that's why the rest of her body is shaking. You do that when you're anxious. You do that when you're in a state of just high agitation. So she's sitting there talking all buck and all this trash is coming out of her mouth, but the lower part of her body is telling on her. She's bothered. She's really, really bothered.
Anyway. Oh, shut up, Andrew. Andrew, bitch. Who have I doxed? Who?
Perfectly imperfect.
Nobody.
Perfectly
Give me a break.
imperfect.
Have I sent people to people's house? Have I swatted someone? Get out of here. God.
Perfectly imperfect.
Anyway. No, chill. If he sends people with the intention of doing harm, Otherwise, I just told her to put a sign telling people not to knock. That's it. Hi, Leonie. Someone's thinking of you. I hate this lip plumper. Friggin' irritates my lips. So, even if you had two wrongs, don't make a right. Exactly. They're dumb by that logic. They're like, well, Dee Dee's innocent mom didn't deserve it. Yeah, well, neither does my mom. So you're saying that you're stupid. Just calling tow trucks your moms last night. I told them they're all disgusting and sick. Yeah. They are disgusting and sick. And it's all on tape, Millie, so don't worry. He'll get his. So, anyways, that's it. I'm not addressing any of these crap humans.
You keep saying that, and yet the live went on for what, another hour? I'm not addressing this anymore. I'm done here, and yet she keeps talking. She just keeps talking.
Ever again in my life. That's it. Yeah, people are trying to justify a grown man harassing an yeah. My mom is not elderly. She's like 56, but whatever.
But yet, let's not forget how you doxed Dee Dee's elderly, sick mom in her nursing home. You did that. Doxing a elderly, sick woman in her nursing home just because you didn't like Dee Dee. So how can you justify that? Or is your justification because I didn't like Dee Dee? But why involve her mom? Because you're evil, that's why.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. So, what flaw? No, I didn't, Lizzie. Goodbye. If you're gonna support this, get rid of. Goodbye. Goodbye. So, I think it's just a troll. Yeehaw. That's it.
Oh, Marty's in the chat.
I mean, I'm really just done, and I'm just going to just deal with it legally. Yes. 56 is not old. It's not elderly. I think of 70 or 65 or 70, Thank you, Sue. No, it's not worth my time.
Then why are you giving it your time?
I'll get lost in the desert. He just thinks he's untouchable. Give me a break. So, yeah.
And so do you. You're over here acting like you're untouchable. You think because you're in Kuwait, you're thousands of miles from home, that you are untouchable. Well, I guess we're going to see, aren't we?
That's it. I'm just not going to talk about it anymore because these people thrive for the attention. Like, that's all it is.
And so do you.
I don't know, creepy. Maybe. I'm not sure. They're going to be going camping, but I don't know. I think. I'm not sure. They might. We're going to look into it, creepy, that's for sure. I'm not going to talk about like what we do online, obviously. Like, don't let people know your moves, but
yet, you're saying we can't let anybody know our moves. And knowing that your family is back in Canada and they're being bothered, what did you just say? You said, oh, I think they're going camping. So while you are in Kuwait and you're feeling untouchable, you're under the impression that nothing can happen to you, knowing that you have a family back in Canada. You're saying out loud, oh, they might be going camping, knowing that that might lead to them being bothered in some way. So I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to be up to, but I'll give you guys a clue about what my family is up to. How is that smart? It's not smart.
I guess I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I said what I had to say. You're all disgusting. Goodbye, Anna and Nicole, if you seriously support that. Did your family ever ask you to not be a public figure? No. Never let them know your next move. Exactly, Reynolds. Smart cookie.
Smart people don't act the way you do, Chantal, and they don't say the things that you've already said. It's better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. And with that, you have definitely proved yourself to be the biggest fool on YouTube.
They don't deserve your time and energy. I know they don't, for sure. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I had to say. It's hot in Croatia right now, Sue. Why did you unhide Anna Nicole, babe? She is a hater. Are you kidding?
Oh, Salah's getting yelled at. She's even getting snappy with you, Salah. You better watch it.
I have veto rights here. She's supporting Yo Mama supporting Marty. So yeah, bam, yeah, the police are going to be involved. Of course, it's illegal, exactly. Like I said, if it was just some random on the internet, fine, but for a lot of it, he's incriminating himself. So Cyprus looks beautiful from what I see. No, I don't want people here who are supporting that disgusting behavior. That's all. Well, Savannah, guess what? I'm never going back to Canada. So sponsorship for him doesn't matter. He sponsored me here. How many times do I have to say that? Do you
Okay, how can Salah possibly sponsor Chantal? How could that happen? He's not a resident of Kuwait. So how could he sponsor her? Are you getting it through your head, Salah? If there was any plan of getting to Canada, whether as a citizen or a visitor, it's not going to happen through Chantal. She never wanted you to be in Canada in the first place. So if there was any promises made about she's going to take you to Canada, dude, it ain't going to happen. She doesn't want you there. She doesn't want you to have that kind of freedom, that kind of choice. She's going to say whatever she needs to say and do whatever she needs to do to keep you in Kuwait, chained to her side. You need to understand that. That when it comes to promises and Chantal, she'll make the promises verbally, but she'll never follow through with those things. Just ain't gonna happen. Never. Chantal serves only herself, no one else.
You people not have fucking Q-tips in your house? Jesus, how am I supposed to chill when so many people are stupid? I don't understand. He just wants you for your. This is like the dumbest sheep, brain dead mentality I can't stand. Like, what the Oh my god. Oh, he's another disgusting Gia. He's gross. He's getting a privacy complaint soon. Howie Snickers. Yeah, exactly, babe.
Salah says, and how is she going to sponsor me while she has a bankruptcy? Well, that leads to another question. If she can't sponsor you, and if she keeps eating up all of her YouTube money, how can you guys possibly travel and see the world? So if you can't go and see the world, and if you can't go travel, what the hell are you hanging around for? Because from where I'm sitting, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. She's a whole lot of aggravation, and there's not much compensation or reward to be had for putting up with all of this. That's just me, though. I don't know why anybody would put up with everything that comes with Chantal unless there was some sort of a big reward. So if you're not getting a big reward, what are you hanging around for?
It doesn't matter. Like, even once that's done, I'm not sponsoring him. We're not going to Canada. We don't want to live there. Okay? It's a shit.
You don't want to live there. Salah has said he wants to go to Canada. He said that more than once. Just because you don't want to be there because you're running from the tax man and you're running from all your problems doesn't mean he doesn't want to go there. I'm sure if he had the option to go there by himself, he would. He would leave you far behind and not give you a second thought.
Hole. We don't want to live there. That's it. I changed my mind, Lindy. I changed my mind. Howie. Exactly. I don't like Canada. I don't have to. You're allowed to like Canada all you want, but I don't. I don't.
It's really strange how before this whole situation with Marty happened, the reacts that I did, she was talking very nostalgic about Canada and the food there. Almost like she was looking forward to going home. There was a sense of she wanted to go home. She wanted to visit Canada. She wanted to stay a while. And now this whole situation with Marty has happened, a situation that she brought on herself. Suddenly she hates Canada and she's putting down Canada and, oh, I'm not going back. Interesting how she changes her mind, isn't it?
Not all. There's a lot of people leaving Canada as expats. It's way too costly to live there now. They tax the crap out of you. Do you like paying? If you make 100K a year, do you like paying $35,000 in tax?
Why are you complaining about taxes when you don't pay yours? You didn't pay your taxes, Chantal. That's why you're like 60 grand in the hole for yours. So why are you complaining about taxes?
When you still have shit healthcare?
Wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with Canada's healthcare. You abused that system while you were there. And if you ever went back to Canada, you would need that healthcare considering all of your health problems.
And yeah, the cops are useless. What, are you happy with that? And you like paying
I'm sure the cops in Canada are more than sufficient. It's just that you can't run around Canada filing false reports out of revenge. They're useless to you because you use the legal system as a means for revenge and control on another person, and they're not having it. So anything that you can't use for your own means, it's useless.
$1,000 a month for a 1 bedroom? I mean, there are good things about it, but for the quality of life, I don't think so. I'm just, no. And if you're Muslim, I just find it's better to be in an Islamic country. That's all. And it's where Gore World lives, yeah. The Western world is where Gore World lives. I just have bad memories there. I'm just not really hot on going back. Yeah. Go to Newfoundland. Yeah, exactly. What? Oh, euthanasia for the homeless? Are you serious? Just because you don't have a freaking house and a wall unit, you can be euthanized? That's got to be a joke, PNV. That's like freaking dystopian come to life. I need my weed. Amber. Well, then, yeah, I guess that's a good place if you want weed. At least we have weed. We have shisha, I guess. Canada still has good people for sure. I don't like the system creepy. Really, honestly. I like living in the middle. I like living here. It's true. It's sad. It is. When he punched his cat on stream. Oh, yeah, now he's an advocate for animal abuse. Gia, have you heard? Pathetic hypocrites.
Pepperminty says you don't like the system, yet you want to utilize the system all the time, right? She made use of the medical care in Canada. She abused the legal system with nonsense. Just whenever it suited her, she would use the systems.
How do I want to utilize the system, Pepperminty? Don't even live there. So try again.
When you did,
What, having a right to health care? That's me wanting to utilize the system?
ma'am, you don't have a right to the health care. It was a privilege. It was one that you abused. You don't have a right to it. It was just simply a privilege. Understand the difference between a right to something and a privilege to something.
Anywhere you live in the world, you have a right to health care. Give me a break.
You know,
So basically, Stella loves you because he's not getting anything else out of you. That's why the haters are mad. They're always mad because they're always wrong. Exactly. So they keep trying to find things to justify their crappy behavior. Like when I doxed somebody a million years ago. So now
that was an admission. She just said it. I doxed someone a million years ago. I love this about you, Chantal. I love how you lie, but you also tell on yourself. I love that. Never change that part of you.
like they justify all this bad behavior. Are you kidding? Exactly. You're wrong about everything. They were wrong about him leaving me at the airport. He videotaped picking me up. They were wrong about him using me for citizenship because he sponsored me. They're wrong about him using me for money because I don't fucking have any. So there you go. Big middle finger.
Well, you're lying about not having any money because you must have some money somewhere. If you're eating takeout every day, that requires money. And even if Salah were working 24/7, he can't make enough to pay your food bill. So you're lying about not having money, Chantal.
I went through a massive trauma back home. You're right. Yeah. Yep. I have no interest in going back there. The feelings I have there compared to here, no. And I don't like bringing this negative shit into here, which is what people are trying to do by encroaching on my real life. I have an opinion on the internet, not coming for anyone real life, and people do this shit. How do you justify that? It's so funny. Haha. Yeah, yo mama, keep using my music videos in your harassment live streams. That's so cool. Like he's awestruck, he's starstruck that this fat troll asshole is using his music videos in his harassment streams. Wow, you're really moving on up in gore world, aren't you? Ugh, I can't stand people. He can't get to me. If he came face to face with me, trust me, I'm not an idiot. I'll defend myself. We sacrifice a lot living in Canada for free. I know, that's the thing. So much. The taxes are crazy. And you only realize it creepy when you live in a tax-free country, you know? Yeah, it's the hometown. It's very small-minded. I don't mean to sound condescending, but I'm allowed to have everyone's allowed to have an opinion about me every day of the week. People
Okay, so if everybody is allowed to have an opinion about you, then why do you take such offense with people who do reacts to you? Because that's what we're doing. We're giving our thoughts, feelings, and opinions about what we see and what we hear via your videos and your live streams. If you're allowed to have your thoughts, feelings, and opinions and put them on YouTube or have them off of YouTube in real life, why can't other people have the same freedoms? Why do you take such offense with people doing as you do, meaning expressing themselves? Why is it okay for you, but not for us? And you label what we do as obsession when it's just simply reacting. I guess it's all about your point of view, right? I have my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, but for everybody else, it's something different. No, it's the same.
are allowed to have an opinion about me and talk. Have you heard people talk shit about me? Yes or no? Every day. I have an opinion once. You know, give me a break.
So Louis or whatever says, how can Salah sponsor if he's not a citizen? He's Syrian. I would love to know that too. If he's not a citizen of that country, how could he sponsor her as a citizen of that country? It makes no sense.
Not your business, Louise. You don't need to. Yeah, I do pay my taxes.
No, you don't. If you paid your taxes, you wouldn't be 60 grand in debt with the tax man. One of the main reasons why you left Canada was because you were in debt with the tax man. The tax man said you had to pay. So you ran all the way over there to escape the debt.
I have to pay taxes that I owe. If you become a non-resident of the country you're from, you don't have to pay taxes there. No, I didn't, Hina. Where's your proof that I had to pay him any money? I never paid him any money. He paid me money to marry me. He paid me money when we got married. So you're wrong. You people just believe anything without any proof of anything. But when it
Chantal, I can't say for sure what money physically you've given Salah. I have heard that you paid him $9,000. I did hear that part way before. But let's look at the things I do know about. He's got a new laptop. He's got a new iPhone, a brand new iPhone. Those things are what? Well over $1,000. He's gotten some new clothes. You buy the groceries. You probably pay the rent because how can he possibly work a regular job if he's got to cater to you all day? There's also the new car. Where did that come from? You're all about that life of buying the men in your life new toys. This was something that you did back with Natter. Because Natter got a new iPad. He got new clothes. You bought his groceries. And just like with Natter, you created a couples channel. And now you're helping Salah with his gaming channel. You're integrating yourself into the life of the man that you're with as much as possible so that they always need you. You're creating a system of codependence because you do not want the man in your life to be independent of you. You don't want the possibility that they get their money together and leave. You're creating this toxic system of you're going to forever be dependent on me to survive. This is how you weave your web so that the man in your life cannot and will not escape. You suffocate whatever person you're with. You control whatever person you're with. You keep them close. You feed them scraps where you can feed them a full meal. You feed them scraps so they'll always stay hungry. That's how you keep people with you. It has nothing to do with love because love is not controlling. But yours is. He'll never be independent of you. And if he tries to get away, you'll punish him because that's what happened with Natter.
It comes to me and I have actual proof. Like when we had proof that we heard BBJ in FFG's house. Oh, nothing. What? People are dumb. Did you see the morons on his panel? They all look like they spent their childhood shoved in a gym locker. That's what I said. They look like potential school shooters. All incels and weirdos. And actually, Heather looks just like him. I see a lot of TikTok people in USA and Canada complaining over and over about the taxes. Exactly. For good reason, babe. Because I'm a superstar. Hi, Sabri. Kuwait is not more expensive than Canada. Nope. At all.
That's a lie. Her Canadian money is worth nothing over there. And her intake of food is just as bad as it was in Canada, if not worse. So how can it not be more expensive?
So, I don't like paying taxes, man.
You don't pay taxes.
No, I don't like the government taking all our money. Sorry. I mean, the government here doesn't take people's money. Why?
That's because you're not a citizen, you twit. You're not paying taxes because you're not a citizen. That's how you're getting out of paying taxes. You're a guest in the country and you're a guest that hasn't been behaving very well. But you're a guest. That's the only reason why you're not paying taxes.
What's the difference? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed to it, People can't complain, Peppermint. There's not really much to complain about. Clean streets and free healthcare. Yeah, we have very clean streets. Cleaner than Toronto. We don't have people strung out walking on the streets, drunk and on drugs. Doesn't happen here. I know. I heard about Trudeau. Yeah, I don't really care. I have my own money. Thanks God I have my own company, which the haters are jealous about. Exactly.
She's painting this picture of Canada, people drunk and on drugs and walking the streets. It's ironic that she says that considering the content that she was making before the Kuwait arc. Because what was Chantal doing back at the villa, y'all? She was drunk. She was on party favors, acting inappropriately, showing us her naughty bits on YouTube. The irony of this one, putting down people that are intoxicated and drunk when she did that on YouTube for the world to see, acting offensively while under the influence. And she thinks she's someone to judge other people.
I have free healthcare. I went to a clinic here. You know what it cost me for medication and treatment? Several forms of treatment, $3. So Also, my medications are a lot cheaper here, actually, by half price. Christina, the only reason why Middle East men pay American women is because of the green card. Christina, no, that's not true. What's that called, babe? When Muslim, when you get married and the man has to give you, it's a, what's it called? Starts with an M. So you're obviously not Muslim because you're not aware of this, Christina, but nice try. It's a gift. So yeah. I hate how people are mean to you. They, thank you, Revamp. And that's it. I mean, life goes on, but no, not everyone wants to live in the US or Canada. Exactly. People have this like Western, like if you're from the Western world, you have this idea that everyone wants to come here. Not true. Not true. Catherine, because it's a rich oil country and the government has enough oil to provide health care. Not, we don't have to pay taxes.
So I clocked this about 15 minutes ago. Chantal's right on schedule. Anymore, when Chantal is in a rage, she'll go about 30 minutes. She get it out of her system. And then the rest of the time she's calming down and she's out of steam. So right at the 30-minute mark, she ran out of steam. And now she's just babbling about whatever.
Thank you, Sati. Salah is beautiful. Mara is for Muslims. Okay. They give you amount of money for the girl who wants to marry her. Yeah. And I didn't give him $9,000. Okay, which one is it? I love how they accuse me of giving Salah so much money, but then they say I'm broke and have no money. Literally, FFG will cackle like a witch on her live stream, being like, she's broke. So I'm broke, but then in the next live stream, she'll say, you're paid your butt husband. So which one is it? Which one is it? Can't be both.
Maybe you gave him the money at a time when you still had money. You don't have that money anymore, though.
Oh my gosh. Use reasoning for once in your life. Anyway. But I regret swearing so much. I hate that. I hate letting anything get to me, you know? Nobody's worth my energy. Yeah. Drag me for past things over and over because they have nothing else. You know, they need to justify their crappy behavior. Isn't that called deflect? I don't know. But I don't know, Paige. I saw in comments that they have, but whatever. I mean, I haven't done anything. I'm allowed to defend myself. If anything, like people from Kuwait would probably look at these people like they're sick in the head, you know. But they forget about hearing BBJ. That's what I said, Carolina. They're just like, what? Oh, that was probably the TV. Oh, she was at her brother's, even though she posted on.
Notice who's talking about BBJ right now. Y'all can see the chat. It's right there in front of you. Do you see any reactors in the chat? Any reaction channels whatsoever? I don't see any. So yes, somebody made a comment, actually a couple of people, about BBJ. Bringing up BBJ. This is her chat. She can choose to address a comment. She can choose to ignore it. Notice who's bringing up BBJ right now. It's Chantal. This is the same woman who has said multiple times, I don't want to talk about BBJ anymore. Yet here she is bringing up BBJ. Let me tell you something, you witch. BBJ was your pet. She deserved all the love and all the attention and all the care. She was with you for how many years? You neglected her. You severely neglected her. You let her nails grow into her foot pads twice. Let her walk around with her nails into her foot pads for months and months. let her walk around with matted fur, severely matted fur, rotten teeth, dirty ears, a UTI infection, kidney issues. You let all of that happen. And then, of course, there's Sam, the male. And even though he wasn't in bad shape like BBJ, he was still in bad shape. They had to shave off all of his fur. Also, I would like to remind everybody about Pete's cat, Timbit. Timbit had feline leukemia, and because Chantal did not vaccinate her cats, Timbit was confined to that bedroom. I also saw pictures on Twitter a while ago that poor Timbit, it looked like at least one of her nails was embedded in her foot pads. There was all kinds of animal neglect going on in that house. Nobody gave a damn about those pets. And it's disgusting. You have a serious hatred for anything female, even females of another species. You neglected your pets severely. You even starved your pets, trying to create a medical emergency. You talked many times about putting her down. And you were celebrating when you gave her away. And then you got mad when you found out who had her. Because the worst of your evils was discovered. Once upon a time, you used your cats for attention. And then you turned your attention to men. And then you started neglecting your pets. And then you got mad when it was exposed what you did. You accused FFG of exploiting BBJ, but here you are. You haven't had BBJ in how long? And you're still bringing her up. You animal neglecting monster. And you want sympathy. You want everybody to feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. I don't feel sympathy for animal neglecting pieces of shit like you. You can go straight to hell.
On Twitter before doing that live where they heard BBJ that she was going home. Okay. You know, they don't give a shit about BBJ. Doesn't FFG have a big dog now? They don't care about her at all.
A lot of people cared about BBJ. A lot of people were concerned. A lot of people were stressed out, worried for the pets. That's why they tuned into your live streams to make sure that they were okay. If people did not care for BBJ and Sam, when Pete did his live stream and he revealed to his audience that there was no food in the house for 2 days, if nobody cared, why did one person get so concerned they actually had food sent to the house so the cats could eat? That's not an action of somebody in the audience who didn't care. That's the action of somebody who did care. And you, being an evil, soulless monster, knowing that everybody cared about your pets, were concerned about their welfare, you used that to keep people tuned into you. You even came on a live stream and said to everybody that the reason why you weren't taking the cats to the vet was because it pissed off your haters. Those are your words, Chantal, that came out of your mouth. You said that. And you said it with your whole chest. I can't imagine being so soulless, so starved for attention and views, that I would neglect an animal just to keep that attention going. But that's how you played the game.
Twerking is illegal. They're sick in the head. I know, Millie. Normal, nice people like you will understand that. Cover more than men because they need to be protected more. Yeah, we have more beauty. We have
You don't, though.
more beauty. But I like being covered anyways. And people to say, "Oh, you like covering because you're ashamed of your body and your baldness." Meanwhile, have you not watched me on my exercise ball, full body out with shaved head? So how does that make sense?
Chantal, you did an entire video in the flowered floral abaya where you told us the reason why you were wearing the abayas was to cover up your weight gain. You said that outright. So how did we get that part wrong if it came out of your mouth?
Santorini? Greece, yeah. If someone was doing this to my family, I would lose it. Yeah, thanks, Blacks. I mean, did you finally get some sleep? Hi, Tide Oz. Hey, I miss you too. I love covering too. Yeah, I mean, it's a choice for most women. Imagine that. I used to have everything hanging out. I actually feel more comfortable this way. Never watched any of Fuji's videos and never will, but she's beyond prayers at this point. She has an unhealthy obsession, exactly. If you talk about somebody every single day with so much hatred and bullshit, yeah, that's your own punishment.
Chantal, can I ask you a serious question? Put yourself in our chair. Imagine you were somebody else watching you, listening to you, watching the things that you do, listening to the things that you say. Imagine being somebody watching someone like yourself on YouTube, coming on camera, stuffing themselves stupid, making themselves unhealthy, seeing themselves in such a state of lack of health that their hands and feet are blowing up like balloons, watching themselves eat themselves to a state where they are practically housebound and almost bedbound. Imagine you sitting where we are, listening to all the offensive things that you've said, watching all the offensive things that you've done. Honestly, what praise could we give you? What praise are you expecting? Are you expecting other people to co sign on your bullshit and say it's okay, that it's all right? That's not how life really works. You may live in a fantasy world, but the rest of us don't. If you want praise, if you want positive attention, you have to do positive things. If you work overtime to be offensive as much as possible, don't expect praise for that. Expect criticism. Criticism will come. In droves, it'll come. And don't get shocked by it. And don't get angry by it. Because that is the response that you want. And that's exactly what you're going to get.
It's like her drinking poison and expecting it to affect me. Anyway, what do we need protection from when there's police and laws in place? It's not more of a legal thing, it's just, I don't know, it's a commandment from God. It's to protect us from the wandering eyes.
You don't have to worry, Chantal. Nobody's looking at you. And I'm not being mean saying that. You don't step out of the house. How can anybody possibly look at you?
Jealousy. It's more of a jealous protection of
What? Who's jealous of you?
protective jealousy type of thing.
Who would be jealous of you?
Yeah, a hair reveal. Oh my gosh, do they have to cover up tempting food? Ha 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 ha. What you're saying is true, yeah. Julia had her nails cut today, and we got her some treats. These are her treats.
You talk about jealousy. So this live stream went on for an hour and 23 minutes. And just sitting still talking, you're worn out. You're sitting there yawning and acting like you're falling asleep, and you're doing nothing but talking. Why would anybody be jealous of your life?
And some more wet food. We feed her butchers. Creamy cheese. Yeah, Tracy. Wait, I know you're watching this, coward. Be a man and show yourself. I'll let you kiss my shoes before you lick it with your dirty tongue. Don't worry. I hate bringing you into this. Like, I feel like your life was peaceful before you met me, babe.
It probably was. And you're saying, I hate the fact that I brought you into this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because people who are controlling and abusive, one of the things they do to their targets is you isolate the target. You isolate the person away from everybody else. That way you can assume full control. So you've isolated Salah away from his family. And you're bringing all this trouble because you're trying to create this us against the world kind of vibe. It's just me and you, babe. You can't depend on anybody but me, babe. Just stick with me. It's controlling. You're isolating him away from anybody else that he might have contact with, that might get in his ear and give him another point of view, or let him know he doesn't have to put up with you. Isolation. It's a thing. Controlling people do it, and you've done it multiple times with multiple people. You're still doing it.
So I have to try to just ignore these pieces of shit and not swear. And just focus on, you know, everything else. Uh, I know he says that a lot, Gia. He's stupid. I miss Kevin Swan. What?
Okay, you know what? We've got 23 minutes left on this. I think this react is long enough. I've got to work at my other job tonight. So I'm going to have to go right now. I hope that's all right. I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everybody.